In 2006, I was the director of marketing for the American Medical Association. As such, I was responsible for conventions or trade shows where our company would set up an exhibit and display the books and products that we had available for sale. We exhibited at 12 to 15 shows per year in cities like Orlando, San Francisco, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Dallas, Miami, and San Diego. At smaller shows, there might be 3 to 4 employees staffing the booth over the course of 2 to 3 days. At larger shows, there would be 7 or 8 people, all of whom had flown in, were staying in hotels, eating in restaurants, and using taxis to get to and from the airport and to other places in those cities as needed. The purpose of going to these trade shows and conventions was to make the attendees aware of the books and products that we had for sale, and at many of these shows, the books were available for purchase. Some people preferred to order the books and have them shipped. Others decided to save the shipping and take them home with them. Some people used credit cards, others brought cash. Depending on the size of the convention and the number of attendees, by the end we might have sold anywhere from $10,000 to $40,000 worth of books and products, including several $100s in cash. We did our best to keep a careful accounting of the number of books we sold and at what price. Orders using credit cards would be brought back to the home office and entered as if they had been received through the mail or online. Because our office was not a store, we had no cash register, and the accounting of cash always seemed to pose a challenge. There was also a concern that whichever employee was responsible to carry and bring home the cash might become a target for thieves, pickpockets, or muggers, and would add additional risk and liability to the company. Outside of airfares and hotel stays, a lot of travel expenses are, or used to be, paid for with cash. Tips to doormen, bellboys, and valets, taxi fares in the days before Uber and Lyft, breakfasts and lunches on the go, and at the airport all required cash. Although the company would reimburse for travel expenses with a corresponding receipt, many younger employees were unwilling to spend their own cash for those expenses on a 3 to 4 day trip, and then have to wait up to 2 weeks for reimbursement once they returned. On the one hand, we continued to generate cash from sales at conventions that the home office was not equipped to process, and on the other hand, we needed ready cash at the conventions in order to keep our staff fed and transported without subjecting them to a personal financial burden. It was a difficult dilemma to reconcile. Should I intentionally, and probably contrary to company policy, both underreport cash sales of books and underreport travel expenses that had been paid for with that same cash? Although it solved the practical problem of what to do with cash, it created the appearance that some conventions appeared to generate fewer sales and cost less to attend than they actually did.